All right, y'all. So we are on the last Uncharted Battlefield here, and per usual, we're gonna try to kind of recycle an old team. So let's go in here. Now, this is the final wind fight, and of course, we're gonna use as many of the wind units as we can here. This one gives us a strength advantage. This one in particular actually gives us a special move damage increase. Now, I cannot use this scene card. I've already used this in battle, but it is a generic strength increase. So what we can do is we can just sort this down by wind once again and see if there's a good wind card we could use. And let's find out here real quick, because I feel like there's some choices here. All right, so let's check these two out. This first one here is a magic increase. I don't think that's going to help us out a lot. This one's a stamina increase. We can try that. We might need some more damage. It's hard to tell. Now, when it comes to eyes very specifically, let's go back out here. Actually, you know what? She is maximum broken. She's fully duped out. Come on, go to the other page. There we go. That's what I want to see. So, can't really do anything more there. Her ability board is only about here, but I've actually got some items. We can fill this first ability board out. There we go. I've been a little stingy with my attack units because I do kind of try to save items for when we've... Ooh, yeah, see, it's getting a bit pricey. I need to run some more Abyssal, honestly, and so we'll do some of that later on today. But I'm not going to take her up to level 90. I think she's good right now at A5, and level 80, I think she'll be okay. The only one that does kind of caution me a little bit is Hermes. He is predominantly HP recovery, but he does have some damage reduction as well as some stamina and endurance, so he might help her out. We're going to give it a shot here. This worked last time, but will it work again? I don't know. Because remember, we've seen some weird situations here with these fights, but this is a very different fight than the prior ones. So it's not like we're stuck in that weird V formation. At least I hope not. Problem is, we kind of are actually. All right, there you go, girl. Bam. It is easy to get overwhelmed. That's kind of why we have the healing. That's why we have the HP recovery. But once again, we want to do this with one unit. And so far, we've actually accomplished that with the exception of the water fight. The water fight was the one kind of outlier. And I might try to revisit that before this is over with. But who knows? There we go. Now, once again, this is the challenge. We do this challenge every time. But the whole reason is because there's enough people out there that are adopting the game that, you might be new to the game. You might not know kind of how you want to approach this. And the answer is really simple. If I could do this with one unit, you could do it with multiple. So, pretty easy situation there. All right. So far, so good. My question is that 30 seconds left for this one fight, or is that 30 seconds left for everything? And it seems like it might be 30 seconds left. Okay, it was just about one fight. We got a minute left here. I don't know if we have time. I really don't know if we have time. All right. 50 seconds for 2 foes. This is going to be tough. We honestly might need another strength buff. It's hard to tell. Also, I apologize. Someone's blowing up my Discord, and Discord's supposed to be muted, and it's apparently not. So, whoever's blowing me up needs to stop right now. For goodness sakes. All right. Let's... 13 seconds. It's going to be down to the wire. 8, 5, 4, 3, 2. We were so close. So close. Let's do a rerun on that. I feel like a rerun, we might be able to pull this off. Also, I'm going to try to mute Discord real quick. Give me... It's too much work. All right. Sorry, Discord's just going to be blowing up, apparently. Thanks, whoever's doing that. You're making the... Stop DMing me. That's my one request right now. Stop. Whoever you are, stop DMing me. It's not that important. All right. Normally wouldn't call attention to it, but it's a bit obscene at this point. Anyway, I'll try not to get tilted by that. Let's move on. I honestly don't know if she's going to be able to pull this off. But it is worth a shot. And once again, we did have the strength buff last time, so that might be the difference. I might just need to go put another strength buff on her. And that could be very simply the change we need to make this happen. But, or maybe another assist. It's hard to tell. Go, girl. So, looks pretty good so far. 40 seconds left. We are very slow now because of that little pit there. I mean, it looks very similar to the run we had prior. I don't know, guys. 1 minute left. All right. Can we make this happen? We got damage reduction right now. But we're at a point now where the stamina boost and all that isn't going to make a difference. But it was seconds. We were down to the wire. Though this has been a slower run, shockingly. All right. The knockback is also just eliminating us. 19 seconds. No, this is not going to be it. We're going to need to do a little bit more. I think? Yeah. Yeah. No. This is even a worse run than last time. So let me do some upgrades real quick. Okay. So let's see here. We never checked our item, but we do have Ushi, so I think we're going to keep the Ushi. Yeah, it looks like we just need to change out this last one. I don't think we need that scene card, so what we'll do is we will go for a generic strength boost. And if you didn't know, like, scene cards can make or break a whole run. We've seen that in the past. If you're new to the channel, like, a good scene card, even like a low-level scene card that just has the attribute you need, can change everything. So here's our strength increase. Actually, I'm going to reset everything and just do strength increase. There we go. And this is a really good one right here. 16%, 10%. We're not going to be at 100% HP very well. That is, let's see. When attack roll is activated, you know what? That's 21%. That's still 16%, though. We'll do that. We'll do the 16%. Let's go. Let's see how this plays out. In theory, this should be a huge difference. But, you know, we were only seconds off before. Now, the nice part about popping Hermes, like, right out of the gate is all that damage reduction. That damage reduction could absolutely, like, you know, absolutely just help us dominate the early portion of this. Now, alternatively, another option we've got on the table is to use a scene card that gives her a shield. But I think I've exhausted most of those during the battle. But if I had one of those and then another scene card, that the one you saw there that gave her all the boosts at 100% HP, or even the boosts at 80% HP, which unfortunately I think we already used that one too. Those scene cards could be extremely handy because the shield would help us out, but then we would honestly need an assist that gives us a shield too. But, you know, that is what it is. At some point, we've made choices. And honestly, I feel pretty confident here. We're already about 10 seconds faster than we were before. So let's see how this ends up. $30 seconds for this little battle here. Not too bad. Got a minute left. She should wipe these guys out pretty quick. But you know, I hate to say it, I don't think this is... I thought we were a little bit faster before, but it doesn't seem like we're much faster now. The good news is, though, we do have the strength buff. So it might make all the difference here in the final fight. Let's see. Go, girl. All right. Doing a pretty respectable job. Not a life-changing job, but a respectable job. All right, 14 seconds. He's down. The other one's got to go down. Oh, come on. We buffed her strength and it didn't change anything? I'm gonna do a retry. We're gonna retry that. I find it hard to believe that switching her from stamina to strength did nothing for our final fight. I find that really hard to believe. It could have just been a bad run, and there are bad runs. That is 100% a thing. So, this is gonna be like the last one where we're just like, it's just a little bit, just a tiny little piece of it that we're not putting together. Now, alternatively, there is a scene card in here that might help me out because it gives her a huge... I mean, basically, she's able to do her ult, not quite right out of the gate, but pretty darn close. I think I've used all the 100% ones, but I think I've got one that's like 70-80%. So she'll be able to have her ult basically when she's surrounded. That is a thought. I think we messed with that in the prior run, but I think I've still got it on the table. I don't know. We'll have to see. Come on. So minute 50 right there. There you go. Come on. 46 seconds here. It still doesn't seem a lot faster. And honest, I hate her skill 1, that dash move. If she keeps doing that and like running away from the foe, that is wasted time. I don't know, 28 seconds. This feels almost slower than last time. Let's see how much time we have when we get to the final foe. Go 1 minute. It's just about the same. So it's going to come down to how often they knock her back and how much damage she can do with that strength buff. My confidence is dwindling. Now, we do have other strength buffs, and we have some things we can move off of her to kind of give her a little bit more of a strength buff. Okay, the silverback is left with 15 seconds. Wish you'd get out of there. That knockback is... Okay. All right, y'all. I'm trying to think how we're going to pull this out. All right, so let's see here. So this is increased special move damage. That's only when she does her ult. So I think we could swap that with... It's a 21% strength increase. Who do we have? She's time limited. She's magic. Let's see. She gets a 30% strength increase, but I think we need the HP, honestly. I think we need the healing. She encourages more damage, but shield with... You know what? I'm going to take the shield. I'm going to take the shield, and I'm actually going to go... we don't have healing then. Let's see what happens. Because she also gives us a... Well, it's a magic increase. But increase in normal attack damage. You know what? Let's try it. All we can do is try. Let's give it a shot. And once again, I do have moves that can actually give her ult pretty early. So alternatively, we could do that. But we have a big strength increase now. So let's see how this plays out. Okay. There's her shield right out of the gate. See, we would have already lost her all stats with 100%. Now, with 80%, we're still in the range. So, hard not to argue. Let's see how this plays out when it goes to the two big bosses there. 3, 2, 1. Can you pop it while we're running? That'd be the best, instead of just taking damage while you're popping it. This game's got no concept of strategy. The AI just doing AI things. Now, it does seem like we're moving faster now. That strength increase is definitely doing its job. But our HP is really low, and that concerns me going into the last fight. But let's see. Not the stun. No. That just tilts the whole thing. Ooh. We are faster. A minute 10, we are significantly faster. So that is 100% a thing.
Have you seen this guy? You know, the one that keeps telling
50 seconds. We're low on HP. But there's our shield. 40 seconds. Come on. We are so close. You know what? I'm gonna regret doing this. Let's see what happens if I upgrade Seer. If I get Seer up to level 80, that might make all the difference in the world. So if I limit break her to level 80, it doesn't change her skills though. She's level 10 across the board. But it might just be the stat change that does it. I've been stingy about upgrading my assists. Now's the time. Let's go. I mean, if we're not going to upgrade her, I mean, we're eventually going to anyway. So let's see if that level 80 makes the difference. Because we were like right there. We just need like a little more HP. The shield helped. And I honestly think the normal damage output really gave her the boost. So here we go. One more try. You know, I felt pretty confident about her before this. And once again, I do know that when the game first dropped, Eyes was broken in a lot of ways. But honestly, I think we've gotten enough units that have kind of balanced that out. I don't think she's the threat she used to be. At least I don't perceive her that way. Go, girl. Okay, they're all wiped out. Okay, 58 seconds. I know it's a fresh 1 minute map. There, 50 seconds. Let's go. 48. All right. She's moving quick. Taking a lot of damage for it, but moving quick. What about the stun? Can we avoid the stun this time? She has taken a ton of damage, though. I'm going to retry that one more time, because that feels like it was just a bad run. Come on! We're so close in all respects. I might have to go put Hermes back on here. But, you know, we got so close with the last one. I find it very difficult to believe that upgrading a unit made my unit worse. It wouldn't be the first time I've seen that. Like, okay, not that made her worse, but she just happened to perform worse in that particular situation. But yeah, we just need a good win. There you go. If we had a skill 1 there, that would have been the best. Just wipe them out with a single skill 1. All right, minute 55, looking good. Now, if we can beat this in about 30 seconds, we will have just an insane amount of time going to. And yeah, look at how much HP we have here. We got hit with something big. So that's what it was. It was just an unlucky run. And those happen. Don't give up. Do not give up. I always run, as you notice here, I always run at least twice to see if maybe there was like a fluke in the run or something like that, because there are weird situations like that. Though this time around, we are not as fast. So maybe that one run was just a lucky run? I don't know. And we're back to where we were last time. 45 seconds for 2 foes. How is it I upgraded her and she's worse? Okay, no, actually, I take it back. The blackback's gone down. The silverback can go down now, too. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. the normal attack damage is what's going to make or break this. Yes! So that big boost normal attack damage. We took a ton of HP out of, or we took away our HP regen, but we introduced a lot more damage, so that's great stuff. All right, there you guys go. That is all of Uncharted Battlefield. Now, we did fail a little bit on a prior run. I might try to go back and revisit that next time, but for now, like, share, comment, all those good things, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.